Yeah.
Oh, I'd have been in so much trouble. Okay, we are officially recording. So I am going to turn it over to Erin. Erin is another diamond leader on Team Inspiration. She's a rock star. She's sassy as all get up. And she is an Instagram genius. She's kind of the opposite of most of us. Instagram's her jam and Facebook's hard. So I'm super excited to hear how she has grown a super successful business with Instagram because it's still a foreign language to me. So, Erin, I'm kicking it over to you, girlfriend.
Okay, so I hope you guys can hear me okay. My car's still on. If I need to turn it off, just tell me.
You're good.
Awesome. Okay, so I don't think I'm a genius by any means. Let me just tell you why I got into Instagram, okay? Micah and I played volleyball at the same college. Ogden is not a very big place. It's very small. Micah, when she first started, she went diamond and like super quick. She reached out to every single person in the Utah area, like no joke. So I did my thing and I got like family on board and I went diamond in like, I don't know, 60 days. I went diamond pretty quick. Once I started working the business, I went diamond pretty quick. And then I was at a plateau, okay, and I like didn't really know what to do. And I told Micah, I was like, I have nowhere to pull from. Melissa Brewer, she plays volleyball, so do I. She took people that I was like, what the heck, dude? I'm friends with them. Like, what the freak, you know? So I had to have this like come to Jesus with stepping out of my market because one, my Facebook had to be private because I was a teacher and I didn't want my little 12-year-old, 13-year-olds all up on my Facebook. So I went to Instagram. When I went to Instagram, it was completely foreign. I had barely any followers at all when I first started. Here's how I went through it. So one of the questions I get is about hashtags, okay? How to use hashtags. And I've been lazy with my hashtags lately because I've been coasting and I need to get back into it. But hashtags, what I did, and yes, it's super tedious, but I would go through and search a hashtag and see if it was my jam. And if it wasn't, I wouldn't use it. At first, I was just throwing a whole bunch of random hashtags out there and seeing what I liked. And you'll just have to kind of go through that. But find a set of 30 hashtags. And I have in my phone, I have in your notes, I have an iPhone. And so I copy and paste my hashtags. Okay, I have 30 of them. And I have, depending on what kind of post I have, I will copy and paste those hashtags and then switch it up. It's going to also depend on like your stage in life. So for example, I just had a baby. And when I was pregnant, I was super into all the mom hashtags, the fit pregnancy, but those were really, really big. Okay, like super huge hashtags. So I had to find a hashtag that only had like 5,000 instead of 11 million people on it. Okay, so you don't want to get like the huge hashtags because you'll get lost. And unless you like stand out, like your page is like bomb diggity, you know, shabam, you're gonna get lost, you know. So find a couple hashtags that don't have a trillion users on it, but they've got to be like people who fit your like who do you connect with, you know. You don't want just random people connecting with you. Okay, so that's kind of one of the things I do on my hashtags now. One of the hashtags don't use like positive vibes. Okay, you'll get lots of potheads. I did that and I seriously get like all these potheads because I was like, dude, I'm all about positive vibes, right? Yeah, I get like smokers and like all these like vape shops and I'm like, oh my hell, like I am not a vapor. Like this is delete, block, right? Okay. So be careful with your hashtags. But like I said, don't always use the like TBT, like Throwback Thursday. You don't always want to use that because there's literally 5 trillion people that use that hashtag. So don't use that as your 30, okay? But if you're not using your 30, that's 30 different places that you're wasting. You know what I mean? So use your hashtags. Don't put them in your actual message. You want to put them in your comments section. Okay, don't put them in your message, put them in your comments, because if you put them in the message, it gets lost in the shuffle. Excuse me. You want to put them in the comments, because then they will pop up like as a newer feed rather than lost in the shuffle, if that makes sense, when you go and search hashtags. So sometimes it does get a little bit tedious. For example, one of the hashtags that I use all the time, because it's my jam, it's my favorite thing, is a local clothing brand from Georgia. I don't have it on right now, but normally I wear like all FTYF. It says hashtag FTYF. In all my stuff, I always have FTYF. My hats, my pants, like everything. I love these guys. I love their mission. So what I do is I hashtag and I search FTYF, and that's how I add my people. Okay. But again, that's my branding, because I'm all in the bodybuilding world. Those are people who, like, I have a couple coaches and some customers, challengers from FTYF hashtag. And then I have a ton more followers from FTYF. Okay, so find like a brand that you like. I did a lot of Target stuff, and then that didn't get me anywhere, so I quit using Target, because everybody and their mom uses Target. So find like a local thing. I did, there's this beach that I go to out back in California. It's Cayucas and Pismo. That's local for me because I'm Central Cal. So I used a lot of like Central Cal, like Cayucas Beach. I would hashtag a lot of that stuff. A lot of the SoCal stuff. I would hashtag some SoCal stuff like Torrance and things like that were like, that were local to me, you know, things that I know. So does that make sense on hashtags, you guys? Like, I hope that gives you a little bit of stuff to kind of pull from. If you guys have questions, write down as I go, and then at the end, just shoot them at me, okay? Okay, let's see. Let's talk about, all right. If you guys are not using Instagram, then you're way behind times. Instagram is where it's at. I started using Crowdfire, and I loved it because I could unfollow people like crazy. And now Crowdfire is not compatible for Instagram, so I had to delete and get all rid of that, unfortunately. Instagram, however, they like and comment, and Instagram does a lot of the stuff that I don't have to do. I don't do any comments, because I think the commenting crap is weird when they do it, like the auto comments. When people just leave you like a heart, you're like, that wasn't for real, you know? So like, I'm more about being authentic and genuine, and it literally is people who I would like and comment on. Like, I've gone through to do my connecting, and my Instagram has already liked it for me, and I'm like, sweet. So it's like, oh, I already liked that. Like, that's cool, you know? So I have to get my Instagram focused on me and what I want. So I could do a whole nother training on Instagram too, because I've had to play with that. But Instagram is where it's at. That's how I get new followers. I have grown my followers by a couple thousand in just a few months. And I could probably do more. I don't know. I get a little bit weird about all that. So Instagram, use it. You got to play with the settings a little bit. But yeah, I'm sure, Candace, you've talked to him about Instagram, right? I'm sure. Oh, you have it? Okay. Well, Instagram, legit. If you guys want me to talk more about that, I totally will, because it's thebomb.com, and it seriously, like, just, it does the dirty work for you. Like, legit builds all your relationships. And for me, I have to be a relationship building boss, because I don't always put myself out there. I'm more about the like attraction marketing, I guess you can say. And I don't always do, like, my power hour is super scattered. I'm kind of a little bit like Micah on that part. Like, I do invite blitzes. I don't invite every single day. I have to have something to invite to, or else for me it's weird. So here's how I do my inviting on Instagram, because my Instagram, I invite literally, like, you guys I have to show you this. This is my free group. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this. So this is just one page. Okay, two full pages of just my Instagram people that I invited to my free group. And it wasn't weird at all. These are people I've been building relationships with that comment. And it's just like, I don't know. So Instagram, I have a couple scripts that I use, again, in my notes section in my phone. I have literally like 2 pages of scripts, and I'll go through and I'll find it and I tweak it. I don't use the same thing for everybody, but on days when I'm like inviting and I know that this person has been active on my page, I will make sure that it's a personal message to them. Like, hey, Cynthia, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'll go to their profile, look at their first name, and type it in because it's way more personal, you know? I have people that reach out to me because it's more personal. Most of my coaches are from Instagram because legit, I feel like I can build better relationships on Instagram. I feel like I can reach the world on Instagram. Like, it's the freaking world, you guys. Like, oh my God, like my mission is to freaking change the world. And the only way I can do that is like through Instagram. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just weird like that. So let me go back to my notes, you guys. I'm all over the place. Okay. So how do you like find people? So I don't know how y'all do it on Facebook because I suck at Facebook. Literally, I suck at Facebook. So how I do it is, I had to finish that within a certain time. Sorry. How I do it is I will go to the brand like FTYF or Voodoo Donuts because I'm all about donuts, yo. Donuts are life. And so I'll go to these certain hashtags or like a person, and I will like click on them and be like, oh, they look super cool. Make sure they're not a coach, right? Because sometimes I accidentally friend coaches or whatever. So I go through and I'll add them. And then I'll look at some of their stuff and I'll be like, oh, she looks cool too. And it's kind of like, I think it's called like rabbit holing or something, where you just find someone and then their friend and then their friend and then their friend. And you just kind of keep scrolling and finding people that way. Sometimes it can get really addicting and you just add. I did that last night and I was like, holy crap, that was just like 20 people. But make sure that it's not just any random person. You guys, I get from Instagram, though, you guys just be aware, I get the creepiest people from Instagram, you guys. Like, no joke. I've had to block people. Like just the other day, if I could show you my screen, you guys would be like, what the freak? Yeah, like I didn't talk to this guy back and he was like, hey, sexy. And I was like, ooh, right? I was like, whoops. And then I didn't say anything back and I like got out of there and I should have blocked him, duh, right? Well, then I didn't say anything back and he goes, well, then F you. I was like, okay, that's a block. Like, right? Weirdos. Okay. So be aware of like weirdos on Instagram because they're crazy. Okay, here's how. I'm going super, super fast. Am I going way too fast for you guys? Okay, sorry. I'm like on crack. I swear people ask me if I haven't even, this is my pre-workout. I haven't even taken it yet. Okay, so here's what I do. I've gone through a lot of Josh Coates' trainings and Josh Coates is freaking amazing. I get fired up whenever I hear him talk because he's freaking cool. So one of the things that I want to say it was Josh. It might not have been. It might have been a different training. But anybody who likes or comments on your challenge group post, your coaching post, or even just like a legit post that was hard for you to post, message. Likers, commenters. There's sometimes you guys, which I'm not going to like toot my own horn, but I did not start out. It started out with maybe like 50 people and I was like, oh, okay, I can copy and send that. And now it's like 200 and something where I have to sit down and like legit send out all these messages. Now, it doesn't all happen in one day. Sometimes it takes me a couple days and then then I have another post I got to get to, but it is so worth it to build those relationships, you guys. So anybody who likes, sorry, my hair, I haven't washed my hair in like a couple days. Anybody who, I'm a mess, you guys, who likes and comments, send them a message. Okay, whether it's and don't invite all the time, okay? So I send them messages that are like, hey girl, thanks so much for that support. It was really hard for me to post. I really appreciate the love. And that's it. And then it starts a conversation. Or you can send them a message that says, oh my gosh, I love that you're working out and you're pregnant. Like, that is the coolest thing. I know how it goes. I know how hard it is. If it's a stage in life, I know you've got teenagers, so do I. Like, things are crazy. Thanks for showing love. Anything like that, just something little, to the point, specific, is kind of how I build my relationships. Let's see, how else do I build them? Now, what was that? What else was I gonna say? When I talk about like my coaching posts or like any type of invites, I've switched things up to see what works and what doesn't. So don't always use the same thing, you guys. Like, switch it up. You know what I mean? But some of the ones that work the best, and I want to say Tara said something like this, is to give them an out. So I always say something like, hey, thanks for the love. I'm not sure if you're interested in this. If you are, fabulous. I'd love to get you more info. If not, I really appreciate you taking the time to blah, 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 whatever. Okay, so just something little. A lot of them are like literally 1 to 2 sentences. One of the things that I used to do when I was a brand new coach, you guys, I look back and I honestly don't know how I went diamond so fast. No joke. Because I was like word vomit. I was so excited and I was so passionate. And I was like, you've got to try this. This is the coolest thing ever. And I had this like long, like 16 paragraph message. And I look back and I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Like, oh my gosh, you guys. And then I look back, I'm like, I cannot even message these people now. Like, I'm ashamed. And it was 3 years ago. And I'm like, holy hell. So don't do that. Like, little quick things, you guys, just little short things, because people, one, if it's long, they're going to lose interest. Don't be silly, because there's way too many people on Instagram that sell things, right? Way too many people that sell things. So just be you. Like, what do you have to offer to people? And for me, that's kind of where I'm more about like the attraction marketing, because I just like to be honestly an open book. I share everything, dude. I like makeup, no makeup. I share like freaking my kid barfed all over me. I'm sure you guys have seen that picture. Like, the good, the bad, the ugly, because nobody wants perfect. And if you show that you're perfect, people are not going to reach out to you. Okay, so I get people all the time that'll reach out and just be like, and they tell me, and it makes me feel so good, because my page looks like a freaking scatter bomb, you guys, like for reals. Some are black and white, some are not, some are this filter. I try to stay with the same filters, but which you should. But I'm just not like organized like that. So I guess I'm just trying to say, like, just be real, because people will reach out and be like, I feel like I can talk to you. I feel like I know you. And that's how I feel when I connect with other people. I'm like, dude, we're like best friends and you don't even know it yet. Like, I swear to you, like we're like homies, you know? And so I want, like, that's how I want people to come, like, be with me, be like, dude, we're like homies, you know? So like when we do meet in person, we're gonna be like, dude, it's been forever, you know? Like, I don't know. This is my mom time. This is not my mom time. Back up. This is my adult time. You guys, whenever I go live, I always tell people, like, talk to me, because this is my adult interaction. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I guess that's kind of, in a nutshell, I just spend a lot of time building. I do move people from Instagram to Facebook. Not as often as I probably should. I did move a ton with my free group, which is going freaking amazing. I've never had this much engagement in a free group before. And like, it's blowing my mind. And I have like my link out to like 17 people, and I'm about to hit Success Club 40. No joke, from all Instagram. Like, Success Club 10 this weekend. I'm telling you, Sunday, that's my goal. 10 is my goal this weekend. Next weekend, it's going to be another 20. So, I mean, but it's all Instagram, like legit all Instagram. So, but I feel like those are my peoples. I don't know. Like, my Instagram is like my peoples. All right, you guys, that's hopefully that, Candace, is that hopefully that's what you were looking for.
Yeah, you did good. You did good.
Okay,
I'm gonna have a couple questions real quick, and then I'm gonna let you guys ask your questions. Okay. How do you find new hashtags? 30 can seem like a lot when you're new to Instagram. How do you find good hashtags to use aside from, you know, your local shops and stuff like you mentioned? That's a really great idea. But 30 is a lot. How do you find good ones that aren't gross?
Yeah, honestly, it's trial and error. I keep like 10 of them the same. I usually keep about 10 or 12 the same in almost everything, that are super vague, like only in Ogden, or Ogden only, or because that I can use, like, you know, it's not
Anything.
weird if I use that in any other thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then I just switch it up and I try to think of like, okay, what in my stage of life am I going through right now? So I would say like fit over 30, like that's a stage that I'm in right now. You know what I mean? Or mama 4, fit mama 4. But again, those are hashtags that like get overused. So you just have to like, honestly, it's just changing 1 or 2 words. So like, instead of just like, oh, what was one I used the other day? Oh, you guys, but it's just like 4th trimester, because it's like after having babies. I looked at like, I think it was like diapers and lip gloss. Okay, these girls are super cute, and I looked at their hashtags because I liked their followers. So I would go to like their hashtags and click on them and be like, oh, that's my jam, you know. And I would kind of go to a big person, look at some of the hashtags that they use, and kind of go from there.
So you find a good brand, find another big account that has a lot of your target market and look at what hashtags they're using and then check them from there.
Yeah, or even like some of the, and that's how I find people too, is some of the people that are engaging in their stuff, and then they'll use hashtags, and then you'll find hashtags from the little people. Does that make, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you'll click on them and like see if they're cool, and if they're using hashtags, use those.
Okay.
So yeah.
How often do you change your hashtag sets? You know, do you go in and kind of check them, see if they're getting weird?
No. Depending on my post, will determine the hashtags I use. And then I will just, I literally have like a block of 30, a block of 30, block of 30. And a lot of them have the same hashtags in them. Some are just a little bit different. And then I just go in and I'm like, okay, that one totally sucks. And I'll just delete it off my notes. And then I'll just think of something that's going on in my head right now, like running, and I'll just hashtag running or something like that. So one of the things that if you're not into like bodybuilding and stuff like I am, like stay away from things that are like the gym. Stay away from like home workouts, because you're going to get like coaches, or you're going to get like gym rats. And a lot of the gym rats don't want to, you know, there's very few that are all about it.
You got to be one of them to talk to them.
Yeah. Pretty much. Like, they're not just going to be like, oh, like, I don't know. It's weird. They're weird. We're weird.
One more question from me. How do you go from, you know, you're building your relationships, having conversations, commenting, that kind of thing. How do you go from that to inviting them to a free group? Do you just go through and like blitz invite, you know, a script message? Hey girl, doing this group. Hey girl, doing this group.
Yeah. I wish I could I don't think I can pull up my script, but yeah, these people, my free groups, when I do free groups, it's like, especially this one, this is a sugar detox one. And these are people I've been building relationships for, liking and commenting without inviting. Okay. Like, I don't invite everybody to everything because that's weird. Like, I tell my team, don't be weird. Just don't be a weirdo. Okay. You don't want that to happen to you. So don't do that to people. So one of the things I do is, especially if it's someone I've been engaging with a lot, I'm all about it. And I tell my coaches too, I voice text things into my notes because that's my personality. And so I'll be like, hey girl, this is what's going on, blah, 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 blah. I'd love to have you in it. And it's me saying it into my phone and my personality. I'm hoping that they can hear my personality through what I'm saying so I don't make it weird. You know what I mean? But legit, I, no joke, invited probably 200 and some people to my free group, and I probably have about 130 in there. So, and it's just like, but again, these are people that I've been building, commenting, liking for a while now. And it goes in waves because I focus, like I'm going to focus on these 200 people, and then I'll, another wave of 200 people will come in type thing,
Okay, so Diana's asking, what do you mean when you say you voice message them? How does that work?
Oh, so, okay. I just do, on Facebook, I totally use the voice messenger, right? Okay. But I like to put things into my notes section in my phone. You guys, I seriously have like 100 and something pages of notes in my phone. And so I voice it, and then I'll go and edit through it. So it'll just pop up as text.
Oh, so it's just voice to text so that you can get kind of your lingo, your personality, and not be so scripty. I get that now. Okay. Yeah,
that's what I do. Sorry if that one didn't make sense.
No, I think we got it now. Okay. Alyssa actually gave me an idea the other day that she actually created a 15-second video of just herself saying, hey girl, I don't know if you're interested, blah, 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 and sent that to a bunch of people too. So that's another option.
Did she, the only thing I worry about that is that feels scripted.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering too. I felt scripted making it. Yeah, totally. Okay, you guys, if you have questions, you can unmute.
If it was like an info.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let me tell you about, because I do have some like info ones that I send to everybody when they ask. Here's my response.
And they know it's pre-recorded, so it's not weird.
That's
fine. Okay.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Okay, Emily wants to know, when do you pull your followers over to Facebook? After, is it only when they join a group, or how do you pull them over to Facebook without a group?
I just say, let's see, what's a couple of the girls, I just say, hey, I'm over on Facebook. It's easier for me to talk. Do you have a Facebook? Something like that. I always tell them, like, I notify them, or like I get notified better on Facebook, or hey girl, I'd love to just chat with you on Facebook. It's easier for me. Do you have one? Because that's kind of how I convert it. If I'm doing my free groups, I straight up tell them, like, hey, do you have a Facebook? Because my group's over there. Let's go. You know.
All right, I have a question for Erin.
Go ahead, Diana.
So when you have, like, I don't know if you have like thousands of followers, how are you building relationships with all of them? Like, I mean, you showed us your piece of paper. Like, do you literally have like 2 pages of notebooks with everybody's Instagram names, and every day you're just going in there and liking their stuff? Like, or does Instagram do that? Like, on Instagram, can you type in somebody's handle on Instagram and it'll just like your stuff? No.
So, okay, those are awesome questions. So here's what's going on. When I'm building relationships, Instagram does a lot. Instagram does my likes. I do not have it set to comment. Okay, they just do my likes. What I do is I build relationships with people who come to my page. Those are the people that I like build strong relationships with. Okay, so all my likers and my commenters, I go for them. I go hard. I will go back and I will like, comment. So 531. Okay, so like 5 of them, but I'm more like, I'll like 7. You know, if I don't like all of them, I'll like the ones that I feel would fit me, because I don't want to like something of like a legging that I would never wear. You know, like, I'm not going to like that post. But if this is like legit, like your kids are super cute, like, or you just had a donut, like, you know what I mean? And I'll comment like, oh my gosh, what kind of, what color did you do your hair? Or, you know what I mean? Like, that rug is super cute in the background. Those little comments, because the comments and the likes pull them back to your page. Every time that you comment and they're like, oh, who is that? They're going to click on you. And it pulls them back to your page, and then your stuff pulls up on their feed. So comment and like and do the 5-3-1. When anybody likes your stuff, look at theirs. And if they would fit you, like, comment, follow, get them. You know what I mean? Don't be weird, though. Don't be weird.
That's why I kind of worry about, if I go to my notifications and somebody's liked 6 of my things, I'm like, what do they want? So
not me. I'm like, oh, you like 6? Let me go to yours. What I got? Let's do this. You know.
I think
now,
that's a big difference between Facebook and Instagram. If people do that on Facebook, it is weird. You just don't do that on Facebook. On Instagram, you just kind of have to get into the mindset. That's what people do on Instagram, because it's not like you're scrolling through pages and pages and pages of posts. You're getting all these thumbnails. And so it's easy to be like, do. So it's just what people do on Instagram. And now
you just have to hold it and swipe your finger up. So it's super easy. You don't even have to click on the picture anbuanymore. You just hold it, like, it's like super easy.
You just taught me something new.
Yeah, I know that.
Literally just build. And then make them, when they come to your page, I don't have a ton of my, I don't have a ton of Beachbody crap all over, because I want them to like me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I want them to believe and trust me. I don't want them to just think I'm selling lashes. You know what I mean?
You.
Yeah, I want them to be me. I want them to be like, I know this chick. Like, people would like comment on, how's your baby? How's this? On like a post like 3 days ago or something. You know, like, I posted he was sick 3 days ago, and then today someone was like, by the way, how's your baby? You know what I mean? So people are like, they know me, you know? And then when I throw these things out there, like, hey, I got a challenge group going on, they're like, you do? Like, that's cool. What are we doing? Like, let's do this. You know? So it's really just relationships is all it is.
Hey, I got on late, so I don't know if you mentioned this, Erin, but you guys are making lists of all your Instagram people, and I know that you can go, because now with the Instagram, it's like, obviously like Facebook, it doesn't show you every post. And so if you go to that, if you're like trying to really connect with somebody certain, go to their page, turn on their post notifications, and then every time they post something, you'll get a notification for it. So then you can go and comment and like their stuff. And then their posts are going to show up in your feed more. And then you can turn that off. But initially, like, I don't know how many people I'm following, but I do not see that many people.
Yeah. I don't look at 7,000 people.
Yeah. I probably see like 200 on my normal feed. You have to actually, I have turn on post notifications for quite a few people that I'm trying to build relationships with.
I need to do better at turning on my notifications. I really just come to me. I go balls out to them. Like, sorry, that was maybe a bad word. I don't know. Like, but I do. And then I was going to try and show you, like, in my planner book, I will make little notes, like I'll make stars or I'll circle or I'll make something where I'm like, go back to that person. Like, this person would be, and so I have these little like notes in my planner book that kind of little things, or I'll put like a C with a question mark like that, maybe a coach, something like that. So I'm doing better as far as like being more organized with Instagram. I'm trying to write them down. But normally I'm not really organized with Instagram. I just go back through my messages and I'm like, oh, I haven't talked to this person in a long time. And I'm going to scroll all the way down, go to their stuff and like it. So I don't know. I'm getting better at being more organized though.
Emily wants to know how often you put the same post on Instagram and Facebook.
Every time.
Cool.
So my Instagram and my Facebook, unless I forget, is exactly the same. And I actually talked to one of my coaches about this because she goes, well, I have the same people on Facebook. Here's the deal. Facebook algorithms are stupid. And like, not everybody's going to, I don't see some of Cozy stuff until like 3 days later. Okay. So if they're on Instagram more than they are on Facebook, then they're going to see it in one place or the other. And you know what? Who freaking cares if they see it like they see it twice? Okay, scroll past it, or they're gonna like both of them. And I get people who like both of them, and it's like, good, you saw it twice. Who was it? I think it was Grant Cardone. He was like, dude, I'm gonna freaking be all over everywhere. You see Starbucks everywhere. Does Starbucks tone it back? Be like, oh, I'm on this corner. I can't be on that corner. Hell no. Starbucks is on this corner, that corner, that corner, that corner. Like, you can't get enough of it. The more that they see you, the more legit you're going to be. You know what I'm saying? So post it. My problem is I don't post to my like page. I'll get to that someday. But Facebook and Instagram, I double dip. Go hard on both.
If you guys have ever gone to
Cozy.
Gone to Grant Cardone's like Twitter page, he posts the same stuff like every week. He'll post the same stuff, and he's freaking crazy successful. He posts all the time.
So we're out of time, ladies.
1 minute.
Like less than. We're getting kicked off. So Erin, thank you. You're awesome.
You guys
really
have any other questions and you want me to answer them? Just tell them to Candace, and I can make a little video if you have questions.
Totally.
Thank you.
So,
thank you so much, Erin.
hopefully that helped.
Yes.
Enjoy the gym.
Oh, I'm going hard. I got my pre-workout now. All right. Rock.
Thanks for getting on, girls.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.